to his teammates about it in the locker room following the match. Said, you know what, face the adversity and found a way to fight through it as well.
Yeah, he got thrown to his back early and fell behind 6-0 in that one. Not easy to come back out of that hole, but he did.
But how about for Aiello, a guy that missed the early part of the season following a bronze medal outing at the 97 kilograms at the U23 World Games in Serbia in November. Didn't wrestle his first match this season until late December.
Yeah, but since he's been out there, he's been about as good as you would expect the graduate student and long-time standout for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, 8-2 on the season.
He does have 2 losses in his last 3 matches, but both against quality competition. One against Nina Bonacorsi, NCAA finalist from last year. The other, an overtime loss against Isaac Trumbull. And that's one of those ones, as you see Jay Aiello gets his first takedown, one of those ones where Steve Garland felt like his wrestler beat himself. Coming down at the end, he said there was a stoppage. They talked to Jay. 1, not 2. Don't give up a reversal. That's the only way this match can get sent to overtime. And then he gives up a reversal with 6 seconds left and loses in overtime.
But said overall, it feels like he's wrestling awesome, you know, doing some great things. And now the question for Aiello today is, how does he respond after that tough loss against NC State last week? Said nothing's really going to change with his preparation and his process, but needs to channel his emotions as he's out to the 4-1 lead.
Yeah, he's coming out and getting off to the exact type of start you would draw up if you were Virginia for a guy coming off a loss, and a little bit of maybe an upset on paper, I think, you know, if you're just from the outside looking in, but one that 197 is another one of those weight classes in the ACC. I can't wait to see how this shakes out March 6th in Charlottesville. 5
guys in the top 31 this week at 197. But when Coach Garland talks about channeling your emotions, if you're Aiello, give me an example of what he really wants to see is maybe a little bit of time here, trying to get some bonus points on the back.
I think what Steve Garland would like to see here is a pin.
Yeah, would love to see a pin. But 4 more points tacked on for Aiello there to give him the 8-1 lead in the final half minute of this match, or this first period of the match.
No, I think what you were talking about there, Chris, sometimes Steve Garland said it. There's times Jay Aiello gets a little too fired up maybe, and you know, and he's talking about it in the practice room when he's practicing with a teammate and he's trying to tear the guy's arm off, and you know, he says there's nothing malicious behind it. He gets a little fired up. So I think it's all about, like you said, channeling those emotions, being very poised, going out there and wrestling your match, and that's exactly what we're seeing from Aiello so far.
There's the 1 point for Aiello. After the stall warning was given to Russell, that takes us to the end of the first period. A dominant opening 3 minutes for Jay Aiello as he has a commanding lead after 1 period.
Yeah, wasted no time. Nice little throw by there, getting to his finish as he picks up the single and gets a trip. Big first period for Jay Aiello. 9-1 lead and 1:53 of riding time.
Caution there. Russell went for the mat return there. Aiello stood his ground. Thought it was interesting, Aiello, the graduate student at Virginia, talking to Steve Garland about global markets and market returns. And Coach Garland said, when he starts talking about that, I just leave the room. Well, a lot smarter than I am.
I think I would be in the same boat as Coach there.
Without a doubt.
Aiello looking for, maybe he's able to get a fall here.
But gets the 2 points instead. Out to the 10-point advantage, 11 if you add the 1 and 24 seconds and counting of riding time here at 197.
Yeah, Russell was smart there and bailed out when Aiello kind of had him in a precarious position on his back. And now Aiello just going right back to work on top. And you see how tight that is. Not getting any near fall points yet, but not far from it at the same time. And there's the count.
Okay, 2 count there.
So the referee is holding 2 right now. He just awarded it. As the top wrestler, you have to let go of the lock of your current hold before you get the back points awarded.
And ushered out. We'll restart here with 28 seconds to go in the period.
One more turn.
Dominant effort from Jay Aiello so far. And kind of what you would expect after a guy like him, the 5th-year senior who's been around forever, takes a loss to Isaac Trumbull from NC State last week. This is the type of response Steve Garland and his staff were looking for.
Aiello qualified for the NCAA's 3 consecutive seasons, runner-up at the ACC championship a year ago. All ACC selection. And appears to be on his way to another NCAA appearance this year, especially if he wrestles the way he has through the first 2 periods of this match.
You see right there on the screen, he's got 2 minutes and nearly 40 seconds of riding time already. We're going to start this period in neutral. And right here, if you're Jay Aiello, you're watching out for Kaden Russell is capable of big moves. So you got to be on the lookout for that. You're very close to the tech fall, but at the same time, you got to be, I don't want to say conservative, but you got to be looking out for what Kaden Russell can do here. And Aiello just keeping it real simple with the technique, going to a single leg. And if he can limp arm and go to the far ankle, that's his 2 right there. So now 1 point away from the tech fall. He does have riding time locked up at this point, but he won't be awarded that point until the end of the match. So right now Aiello cuts him, says bring him back up, and now he's 2 points, a.k.a. a takedown away from the tech fall.
Russell went low there. Good defense by Aiello. Last minute of the match.
Another shot from Aiello.
Aiello looking for 2 points to complete the tech fall. No control there. Last 44 seconds of the match. Russell trying to escape free, but instead, it's the 2 points Aiello needs for the technical fall.
Dominant effort and the exact response you want from Jay Aiello if you're Virginia. Going out and getting a big 17-2 technical fall. Virginia goes up 27-9. Heavyweight is coming up next.